Hello my friends, welcome to Pro Strings. I'm Henriette and this is lesson 10, Connect in the Mindfulness for Violin Players course. And in this lesson we're going to connect the right arm as we've practiced it before together with our left arm as we've practiced it before, but we're going to just refresh our memory and consolidate our knowledge about our stance. So let's find your comfortable stance, and as I've said before, if you'd like to have a go at playing in your socks or your bare feet, please go ahead, take your shoes off now so that you can experience what that feels like. If you've already done so, fantastic. Let's find your comfortable stance, and that is either with your feet hip width apart or with your left foot slightly forward so that you get that nice comfortable way of standing which is relaxed and where you feel the connection to the floor, so you've got a really good grounding. From here I'd like you to build up your comfortable stance, your flexible stance, your grounded stance, and you know what I mean. Supple knees, then tilting your pelvis, stretching your spine, lifting up and making yourself as tall as you possibly can. You breathe into your belly, so you sink your breath down to as low as you possibly can and start to make your breath longer. I'll just give you a moment to find your grounding here. Alright, and once you've arrived there, let's lift both your arms up, high above your head, making yourself taller still, and then dropping those arms down and letting them flop down. Let's do that again. Feel that big space. So pretend you've got a big beach ball in your hands and lift it all up above your head. Feel that space and drop them down. And do that once again now, connecting with the breath. So inhale as you do that. Reach, 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 all the way up, and exhale as you drop your hands. Perfect. Now today I'm going to show you how the left and right arms can be connected in violin playing, and I'm very keen to share that with you because when I first learnt about this little trick I was quite surprised. So I'm very grateful and honoured that you have turned up to this lesson here, and I'm hoping that this is a discovery that you'll make today which will make your playing easier and which will make your playing more integrated. So let's pick up your violin. I'm going to place my violin on my shoulder in this mindful way that we've discussed before. So either placing it here in the centre and then sliding it on your collarbone so that it gets into the right position, or if you prefer the other way, you come from high above and gently place your violin on your collarbone. Now I'd like you to swing that left arm up like we've done before, so that your finger line goes level with the E string and your thumb is just peeking over the edge. And you keep that open stance, so your shoulders, rather than coming in, are nice and wide. And now I'd like you to place all your fingers on the G string, and I'd like you to think about where you find your elbow now. And my elbow actually is now coming out on this side of my violin here. When I started off with my finger line, my elbow was more underneath the violin. But as I place my fingers on the G string, my elbow comes further under. And now what I'd like you to do is to bring your fingers towards the E string and check out what's happening to your elbow. And my elbow is now moved further out. Can you see that? And this I want you to do a few times. Bring your fingers towards the G string and just observe what happens to your elbow. And this time bring your fingers towards the E string and notice what's happening to your elbow now. And this is a nice little rocking motion that we're just going to cultivate a little bit in this lesson. So I have got several connections going now, because you may have noticed I've got this rocking motion going in my legs, and I've also got this rocking motion going in my elbow. Okay, I'll give you a moment just to experiment with that and notice what that feels like. And like I've said so many times in this course, there is no right or wrong here. Whatever you observe is what is valuable in this lesson. So please don't think, do I need to play that like that, or do I need to play like that? No, just observe what happens when this becomes really nice and flexible. There we are. Now, once we've got that, let's pick up the bow. And let's place your bow in the middle on the G string, and let's now move your fingers towards the G string as well, because my bow is also on the G string. And now, as we keep rocking, let's move our fingers towards the E string, and let's move our bow towards the E string. And now I want you to observe what happens to your two elbows. And now we're rocking the other way. It doesn't matter if you make a sound like I just did. Just observe what happens here. I'll do that a few more times. Be careful to keep standing really tall. And I think that you can feel with me that we get a little dance going like this. Can you see? So my left arm is constantly moving, and so is my right arm. And so are my legs. So let's just take a break, give your arms a little rest. And I think this is a lovely experience to find out how all these things connect in violin playing. And that is what I wanted to share with you. In a moment we can try that once again, and then we might even also connect it with our breath. So let's put your violin up on your shoulder again. Get that nice balance going, the way you hold your left hand. Let's place your fingers on the G string. Notice what happens to your left elbow. Place the bow on the G string. Gently rock forwards and backwards. And now gently move your fingers towards the E string as you move your bow towards the E string. Now gently breathe in through your nose as you bring your fingers towards the G string and lift your right arm up. And breathe out again as you move the other way. And you feel that you perhaps want to start rocking forwards and backwards on your legs as well. And breathe in. Tilt your left elbow under. And breathe out. And move your fingers to the E string. Breathe in, bring your fingers towards the G string. And breathe out, move your fingers towards E. One more time. Breathe in, fingers move to the left. Right elbow moves up. Breathe out, move your fingers towards the E string. And cross the strings with your bow. Inhale, go to the left, move your fingers towards G, move your right elbow up. And I think this is an absolutely wonderful little dance. Wow, you've made yet another discovery today. This little dance will enhance flexibility and connectedness. It will, when you become more familiar with this dance and you incorporate it into your playing one day, it will enhance the connectedness between the left hand and the bow, so it will help synchronize both your left hand and your right hand, and it will connect with your grounding again, because you feel that it is a sort of organic movement. It connects with the floor and it connects with both hands. So thank you very much for watching today, and I very much look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.